Well, gee whiz, guys. Here with a new video today. We got two special uniforms that people cannot tell the difference of. Neither can I. That's because I'm partially blind on my left eye. But anyways, we're gonna get to it. Anyways, here is our first uniform. And here is our second uniform. Can you tell which one's the Nazi uniform? No, I didn't think so. But anyways, today I'm going to tell you how you could spot the difference between a Prussian officer uniform and a Waffen SS officer uniform. Because during Halloween I was wearing a Prussian uniform and I got called a Nazi 3 times. So I didn't think I had to make this video, but I guess I do. Anyways, let's get educated, people. Still can't tell the difference between the uniforms? Well, you're in luck, buddy, because today I'm going to tell you how you could spot the differences between these two uniforms, Waffen SS and Prussian officer. Now, we're going to go ahead and start with the SS uniform. That is the one on the left. Anyways, over here, we're going to start with the collars. As you can see, the collars are dark green. They cuff up inside, so you can see there's an opening right there. We got an SS symbol here. The Wehrmacht would have a different type of symbol, but it goes in the same area, right? And over here, we have the ranking. It goes on the collar. Very lovely, very classy. Over here, the cuff does not cuff in. It just goes up like this, right? To kind of cover up your neck, give you a nice, really elegant, classy look. As you can see, it's got red piping. This is the Prussian uniform, by the way. It has red piping going around the cuff. Now, another thing that is very noticeable and different is this button and this opening here, obviously, so you can slide your arms in. This has kind of a chest plate going on. As you can see, it flaps open, and under there is actually another layer of buttons. So it does open in half like that, but it's got this flap going over it, kind of like a chest shield. It's very lovely, very classy. As you can see, this SS uniform only has 6 buttons, excluding the ones on the pockets. This one does not have as many pockets as this one over here. The SS uniform has 4 pockets. This one only has 2, and they are functional, so you can put stuff in there. Very lovely. This one has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 buttons. Very lovely. My bad. This one has buttons on the pockets. You see? This one doesn't. Just plain pockets. Another thing that makes this uniform unique is that it has a distinctive sleeve eagle, and this is what gives it away. This is the main thing that says this is a World War II uniform. You can't always say Nazi because a lot of troops were forced to serve, especially towards the end of the war, so you can't really say they're all Nazis. You can't directly say Nazi uniform. Maybe with the SS, because the SS was politically trained before sent into combat. But anyways, as you can see, this one does not have any sort of sleeve eagle, right? No sleeve eagle, no nothing, no patches. This one, although something they do have in common is this one, you could attach a World War I Knight's Cross, which is very similar to this one. But if you look closely at this one has a swastika on it. So that makes it a World War II era Knight's Cross, I believe, 2nd class. And over here, you'll notice that in almost all World War II medals, they have swastikas. As you can see, we got a swastika there carried by the Hawk. Over here, we got a swastika on the combat class, right there in the center. Of course, I already showed you guys that one. The only thing that does not have a swastika on this thing is this Spanish Merit Cross, because I am doing a Spanish SS volunteer impression, but this is still basically an SS uniform. The only difference is this Spanish patch, but that's about it. Now another thing that makes the SS uniform a bit more unique is that it has you could attach tank destruction badges. I believe there was tank destruction badges for World War I troops, but I kind of forgot how they look, because I'm more informed on World War II than I am on World War I. But I'm most definitely informed enough to actually tell the difference between both uniforms. As you can see, this has a very light faded green, almost gray, but in the camera it almost looks gray, but this is very light green. Over here we have a more darker green, very dark green. And another thing that really makes this uniform stand out is this red piping. See that lovely red piping? Very lovely. The only uniforms that had this red piping is, I believe, the Waffen X from World War II, but those weren't used for combat. Those were used just for parades, and there was a certain general's uniform, but those weren't really used for combat, I believe. Another thing, these cuffs. These cuffs are really plain, right? A lot of troops would put their cigars here. I wouldn't doubt it if they did it the same with World War I. As you can see, this Prussian uniform has a cuff too, but it's different shapes. See how there's a point here? It's also got red piping on the cuff. And a very lovely golden button. It's shorter, as you can see. This one's longer. And what a lot of German SS troops would do to tell their division, so this is how they would become noticeable, is they would put these cuff titles on their sleeves so they could tell what division this is. Now this is SS Adolf Hitler. I only use this as an example. This is not for this uniform. This is actually for a Michael Wittmann impression I'm doing, but I decided to do censored Panzer impression rather than actual well, SS Panzer uniform, right? Something I could just show freely on YouTube without any disclaimer or anything, whatever. Now another thing is that the differences between the buttons. As you can see, these buttons have crowns in them to show for like royalty, something like that, for the Prussian, for the Kaiser, something like that. And over here, these buttons are pebbled. They got really nice silver pebbles. They're also silver. Those are gold over there. Also, another thing, World War I uniforms did have buttonhole ribbons, but they did not have these. These are just slightly different colors. This is an Eastern Front buttonhole ribbon, so you would only see this in World War II and not in World War I. This one is Knight's Cross. I believe the World War I Knight's Cross was a different color. I think the colors were switched. Oh yeah, World War I Knight's Cross was just black and white, I believe. But is there anything else I missed? The shoulder boards are different, but the thing is, these shoulder boards are modern because I couldn't find any World War I shoulder boards, and it's really difficult to find this stuff. But I had a whole thing shoulder boards from the modern German army, and I just put in for meanwhile. They're very similar to the World War II ones, but I'm not sure what the World War I ones look like. But anyways, let's get to the visor caps. How are we gonna tell the difference? Can you notice that difference? Which one is the Waffen SS visor cap and which one is the Prussian visor cap? Well, I can't tell the difference, can you? Well, luckily I'm gonna tell you how you can tell the difference. Anyways, as you can see, first off, they are completely different colors. This one is all around like gray, right? This one's a more darker gray, almost black. As you can see, the piping is white here. I believe it stands for infantry. And this is a Schützen visor cap for the Schützen battalion. They were sharpshooters. As you can see, the SS has a black, I forgot what this is called. Please do leave a comment and say what it's called. It is black though. Waffen SS would use black. The Wehrmacht would use a green, which is also World War II if you don't know what the Wehrmacht is. Now, chin straps. This one is the Prussian cap, in case I haven't said it before. Over here, this is made out of leather, and it's attached on the sides real nicely. This one is kind of like a rope. The Waffen SS did use leather chin straps too. So did the Wehrmacht, or I think the Wehrmacht used leather. Not sure, but as you can see, the visor here is smaller. See how it's smaller? It only sticks out a cinch. Over here, this one's longer, just by a bit. But that's just a minor detail. As you can see, the emblem. This is what gives it away that it's a Waffen SS visor cap. The eagle with the swastika. That is like the most recognizable thing. That is, it's a Nazi symbol, you know. And over here we have the Totenkopf skull of the Schutzstaffel. So this is SS. A lot of people recognize this too. Some don't. But yes, the SS did use this skull to represent the Schutzstaffel. And over here, we just got a simple button with a red tip inside. I'm not sure what this stands for exactly. I'm more informed on World War II, as I said. But originally, these caps would have two of them. One here and one there. Unfortunately, I don't know how to put those buttons in. This one, it came pre-attached already, so the cap was good to go as soon as I got it out. This one, it's a do-it-yourself type of situation. Now we're gonna go ahead and look at the back, or maybe the sides. Now you gotta keep in mind that the Waffen SS had a variety types of visor caps. This one, I believe, is more closer to a crusher cap, something like that. As you can see, it flops up more in the top. And this one, it's got a nice smooth slant. Now there are Waffen SS caps in this shape, not color or anything else. But yeah, that could be explained. As you can see, it's pretty round, pretty big. Over here, you can see the dent. These are more floppy. Can you tell the difference now? Yo, thanks, Super Poopy. I sure can. Visor cap plus knee boots does not equal Nazi, okay? There were many countries that used knee boots and visor caps, but I mean, this seems to be the situation now. Everyone's just like, okay, visor cap, he's got a visor cap, that means he's a Nazi. Like, seriously? Like, I dig these visor caps, and I like wearing visor caps on a regular day, and it just sucks because people just associate them with Nazis. And like, I'm not even wearing like German visor caps or anything like that.